Now, if a letter from your future self can help you step into the life of your dreams, would you want to know how to write it and what to do? Hello again, my friend. Edward here, your personal success coach, with another weekly episode of personal development using my conscious engineering approach, a blend of proven practical tools plus a dash of metaphysics to help you step into the life of your dreams. Today I'll explain the scripting technique and also explain how you can find your own clarity and what to put in that letter and identify the life of your dreams, a place of happiness, freedom and abundance that's outside of your current comfort zone. I'm going to do this in 3 parts. First up, I'm going to take you straight into the scripting process. Then I'm going to give you a method to help you get clarity over what you really want in life, but might just be avoiding in favour of that comfort zone. And then I'll actually give you a template for the letter. So what's the process? Well, let's get straight into the method itself. Here are the 5 steps you'll follow to create your scripting letter for manifesting the life of your dreams. The first step is really about clarity. Get clarity on your desired future. You shouldn't focus on too many things here. 4 or 5 is ideal. This keeps them clear in your mind at all times. Nothing too outrageous is off the table here. Now, I've spoken about clarity previously, but I'll give you an excellent technique I learned after this 5-step process, which goes 1 step further. Second step is to note how you will feel when it's real, and this is essential. Feeling is the secret, as Neville Goddard says, and you are the antenna attracting what you put out into the universe, as I talked about in my 17-second manifestation technique video. The third step is to go and write the letter itself, and I'm going to give you a template later in part 3. Write it as if you're writing it from you to your guide, which could be a mentor, someone you admire and respect, or even a higher power. Write 4 to 5 paragraphs on the topics you have chosen to include. 1 sentence for the clarity of what you want to manifest, followed by 1 sentence for the feeling. This keeps the whole letter brief and focused. According to a university in California, they studied groups of people who wrote down their goals versus those who didn't. And across a broad demographic, they found that people who wrote goals down achieved them 42% more of the time. So writing is pretty powerful, and scripting is the manifestation equivalent of this. But remember, we're backing this up with the intent and feeling, which, as Abraham Hicks reminds us, supercharges the results. Step 4 is then read the letter to yourself with feeling every single day. This steps you up into the vibration for that reality to exist. It short circuits the negative buts and reprograms the subconscious. Read it daily, twice preferably. And remember that you have better results when your mind is closest to its alpha state. So first thing upon waking and last thing before sleeping is ideal. And step 5, let go. Know and trust the universe will deliver with no expectations. Be happy even if your desires don't manifest as quickly as you would like. It might work out better if they don't, so don't attach anything to these outcomes. Clarity is something many of us struggle with. It's the unanswered search for our passion or our purpose that we elevate to some veiled unknown seat high on some pedestal, instead of recognizing that passion and purpose exist in every moment of everything we do. So I'm going to look at a technique now to help you find it. There may be a greater overarching purpose in our life, but if we recognize the moments that light us up every single day, we can focus on these and life will be much happier and much freer. But how do you find your purpose? How do you get clarity so you can script your manifestation thank you letter? Now, if you already know your clarity, you can skip this part, but if not, just listen on. I learned this excellent technique from the book Everything is Figure-Outable by Marie Forleo, and I'll pop a link down below, and all credit must go to her for it. It's a very simple free writing technique that takes about 10 to 15 minutes every day for a week, and that's it. At the end of it, you'll have a picture of what you really want out of life. Marie highly recommends completing this written exercise by hand, which, as we all know from earlier, is a much better way at influencing the subconscious and helping us focus on what matters, 42% more as we learned. At the top of a blank page, start by writing what I really want is, and then just keep writing until you fill the page. Let it flow. If you run out of steam in your 10 to 15 minutes, rewrite that same prompt, what I really want is, and then just let the words flow. Don't edit or censor yourself. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. Just let the words out. Once you've filled the page, you're done for the day. And don't reread it Just file it away until the end of the week. Repeat this exercise on a fresh sheet of paper for the next 6 days. Now, on the 7th day, read all of the pages you've written and circle or highlight what's most repeated across all of them. And then on a fresh sheet of paper, you're going to basically create a summary. Now, in the book, Mary talks about her own template, about what you really want, the feelings, and how you're going to go about achieving it. But I'm not going to go into that here. You'll have to go and pick the book up for that, and it is really powerful. But the 2 key things we're going to take away is that real summary of the top line things that are most repeated. That's your clarity. That's the things that you probably want in life. Well, not probably, do want in life. And then you actually need to write how you will feel when that is real. And that is your 2-parter that gives you your clarity and your feeling, which is going to go into the letter. Now, if you're finding this video beneficial, I'd appreciate if you click the like button so that it can spread to more people, because this is an area that so many people are seeking help with, finding their passion and purpose, well, and of course manifestation. But how do you write the letter? Well, let's look at a template. Now, this template I'm going to give you here, I learned from Roger Hamilton during a Wealth Dynamics program a few years back, and it is essentially a list of your key life areas, or your wheel of life, that you want to create change in. It's written in the present tense, as if it were already real. We need to keep each paragraph short enough to be easy to digest, but detailed enough to be as clear as possible. And I spoke about that more in the 55x5 technique. You can vary these areas to suit the areas you want to focus on, and less is always more, so don't overcomplicate it. The letter template is designed to be an annual review, so you could use it to set the tone for the year, and then break your manifestation scripting letters down into shorter periods. For example, quarterly, to focus more deeply on some areas instead of trying to eat the elephant all in one go. Find what works for you. Here's the template. Essentially, put the date at the top, then write "Dear," and then insert the name of your guide, mentor, or higher power here. You then want to write a gratitude statement. I'm so grateful for the last year, and you can elaborate how your guide has influenced you to achieve this. Then you're going to summarize the points. So in the last year, my personal cash flow, X, my assets, Y, my time, A, my job and business, B, my mentors, C, my team, my customers, my partners, my health, my family and friends, my passion and pastimes, my contribution. And then wrap up with simply, and my next year, and you keep the momentum going, so you're sowing the seeds for what's coming in the future. Now, that's quite a brief summary of bullet points to actually elaborate on. Now, these areas can be adjusted to fit your personal wheel of life. Now, whether you take that from the Code of the Extraordinary Mind, High Performance Habits, Lifebook, or any other framework that resonates with you. Once you've completed this future vision, ask yourself this: how inspired do you feel about it on a scale of 1 to 10? If your inspiration is not in the 8 to 10 range, you're either not aiming high enough, or you've got too many doubts about whether it can happen. So go back through what you wrote and adjust it so you're excited by the prospect of it being real. Maybe you need to revisit how clear you are on the points, or do the "what I really want" exercise again. Or maybe you just need to adjust some of them and fine-tune things. But do create a letter that excites you and you feel could become reality. If you're like me, meditation helps find clarity and guidance. So I recommend this guided meditation to help you meet your future self as a way to find your clarity. And here's to the life of your dreams, my friend.